A blessed day to all fellow educators. This is Cahapay, a senior high school teacher of Pawa High School and a student at Bicol University Graduate School. Joyce Mayer said, "Teachers can change lives with just the right mix of chalk and challenges." Friends and colleagues in the field, I am proud to present to you my master thesis entitled Benefits and Challenges of ICT Integration in the Medium Secondary Schools of Legazpi City Division. Information revolution brought in by the 21st century radically changed the way man lived. Where the Industrial Revolution of the 18th century mechanized the world, the Information Revolution virtualized it. Where the Industrial Revolution underscored the boundaries between countries, the Information Revolution allowed countries to be without borders, thus creating a globalized community where the mechanized world required blue-collar jobs, the virtualized world demanded white-collar ones. The academic environment is tasked to produce individuals who are capable of running an inclusive, proactive economy in a globalized world. From skill-based, economics now has become knowledge-based. The rapid increase in emerging markets also means economic growth and the need to prepare students for jobs that require new skill sets. The demands of the information and communication technology society have opened new avenues for development for these developing countries. Being knowledge-based far more than industry-based, third world countries are now given the opportunities to compete in the world market through globally competitive human resources. The PDP 2017-2020 envision a country that is matatag, maginhawa, and a citizenry that enjoys panatag na buhay. In order to attain these, three pillars are laid to form the foundations: malasakit, enhancing the social fabric; pagbabago, inequality reducing transformation; and patuloy na pag-unlad, inclusive growth potential. Education is included in the second pillar, pagbabago, wherein one strategy cited is to achieve quality, accessible, relevant, and liberating education for all. Under this, the aim is to improve the quality of higher and technical education and research for equity and global competitiveness, providing access to quality and relevant technical vocational education and training opportunities, integrating 21st century competencies, ensuring globally competitive technical vocational education and training programs, improving employability and income earning potential of individuals. It is undeniable, therefore, that enhancing the knowledge and skills of students in information and communication technology has become a priority task for the Department of Education. It is on this context that the researcher would like to focus on documenting and analyzing the state of ICT integration in the medium secondary schools in Legazpi City by conducting an in-depth study on the benefits and challenges encountered by these schools. Statement of the problem. This study aimed to establish the extent of ICT integration as experienced by the stakeholders, public schools district supervisors, school principals, teachers, and students. It specifically sought to answer the following questions. What are the benefits of ICT integration in medium secondary schools in the division of Legazpi City? What are the challenges in ICT integration in medium secondary schools in the division of Legazpi City? What action plan could be developed to optimize ICT integration in medium secondary schools of Legazpi City? The presented study was guided by the different theories which are found significant in its development. The study on the benefits and challenges of information and communication integration in medium secondary schools in Legazpi City is anchored on the constructivist theory of Piaget, the theory of change, and the program evaluation theory. The constructivist theory of learning as its core theoretical concepts suggests that humans construct knowledge and meaning from their experiences. Through the ICT integration, students are exposed to different resources and materials that widens their perspective and enhance their awareness, resulting to accumulation of deeper concept and creation of new ideas. Applying the program evaluation theory, the researcher uses responses of informants as the input, process it through evaluation and analysis based on the emerging concept that occur. The output was the result of the analysis done, which are the benefits and challenges identified. An action plan was created based on the identified benefits of ICT integration that needs further enhancement to make it more efficient tool in the delivery of lesson. Moreover, it is reflected possible solution to address the challenges that hamper the effective implementation of ICT integration. The theory of change is essentially a comprehensive description, illustration of how and why a desired change is expected to happen in a particular context. The researcher identifies different challenges encountered as the ICT integration takes place in the medium secondary schools. Applying the theory of change, a change-initiated action was done through an action plan that will address and determine challenges in the ICT integration. Anchored in the Provincial Government of Albay PGA 10-point Priority Development Agenda, education is one of the priority agenda which has the primary goal to uplift the quality of education in the province of Albay and to produce graduates that are globally competitive. With the same objectives, this study aimed to discover the extent of the ICT integration benefits that the education system can optimize in order to produce students and graduates that are employable and competitive in the global workplace. To make a more objective-based and sound presentation of conceptual framework, the researcher utilized the framework for program evaluation with the following stage. Stage 1. Inventory of information, which was essential in the early stage of the study, which includes the identification of the program and in the search for works of literature in order to give the researcher the possibilities to identify the gap to be filled. Stage 2. Defining evaluation and describing program was done after analyzing the existing system or program. Stage 3, focusing the evaluation design was done after determining the detailed program description. Stage 4, gather credible evidence through a focus group discussion as a data collection technique. Stage 5, analyze evidence and identify conclusions. After the data have been collected, it was the time the data analysis started and come to conclusions regarding the program based on the research questions. Stage 6, ensure use and share lessons shared based on the conclusions and findings formulated. An action plan was created to document what steps must be taken in order to further enhance the benefits and turning the challenges into opportunities mentioned by the informants that further enhance the integration of ICT in the teaching-learning process. The study will follow 4 groups of standards of evaluation such as utility, feasibility, propriety, and accuracy. Utility standards ensures that an evaluation will serve the information needs of intended users. Feasibility ensures that an evaluation will be realistic, prudent, diplomatic, and frugal. Propriety ensures that an evaluation will be conducted legally, ethically, and with due regards for the welfare of those involved in the evaluation. as well as those affected by its results. Accuracy ensures that an evaluation will reveal and convey technically adequate information about the features that determine worth of merit of the program being evaluated. This standard recommended as criteria for judging the quality of program evaluation efforts. Research methodology. This qualitative research is a case study that made use of two different data sources which are from Arimbay and Cagbacong High School. The researcher employed the use of focus group discussion to gather salient data from the informants who have similar backgrounds or experience in the identified topic, followed by the Delphi technique, a structured communication technique or method in gathering data in order to build consensus. The presentation of data derived from the responses followed the thematic coding in order to establish thematic ideas occurred. The focus group discussion provided the following responses on the questions regarding the benefits of ICT integration in their school, as experienced by the students, teachers, principals, and public schools district supervisors. Benefits of ICT integration: enhancement of the teaching process, enhancement of students' communication skills, enhancement of students' independent learning process, enhancement of the learning process, and engagement of students in learning process. The focus group discussion provided the following responses on the questions regarding the challenges of ICT integration in their schools, as perceived by the students, teachers, principals, and public schools district supervisors. The challenges of ICT integration: school facilities, lack of equipment and low internet connectivity, constant power interruptions and unstable power supply, damaged ICT equipment, students' socio-economic status. Students cannot afford to have laptops and cannot sustain the expenses in internet charges. Distance from the internet cafe or provider. Students in Cagbacong High School stated that the distance from the internet cafe or provider hindered them from using the internet. Students and teachers' ICT literacy. Insufficient ICT literacy of students and those teachers who are still new in the service. Action plan to strengthen the benefits and address the challenges identified in the ICT integration. Action plan for the submission of research findings. Components: coordinate with the division office and public district supervisor regarding the findings of the research. Objective: to forward the findings of the research for the reference and action of the authority. Activities: submission on the copy of the research done to the public district supervisors and schools division superintendent. Action plan for the conduct of ICT training for teachers. Components: ICT training for teachers. Objective: to conduct teachers training in partnership with national government and private agency and other non-government organization in order to enhance the knowledge and skills in the utilization of different educational application and online platform in their classroom instruction. Activities: submission of proposal to the division office and the ICT office, conduct the training of trainers or facilitators, orientation of teachers and school head, conduct the training in educational applications and online educational website to teachers in partnership with the ICT. Let's go now to the action plan for upgrading of electrification. Components: upgrading the electrification of Cagbacong and Arimbay High School. Objective: to request for the division or LGU funding in the upgrading of electrification in Cagbacong and Arimbay High School. Activities: coordination meeting with the principals, forward request to the division or LGU, budget allocation, site inspection or load assessment, and assessment of surroundings, design and cost estimates, authority to procurement on all implementing unit of LGU, implementation. Based on the findings, the following conclusions are drawn. Integration of ICT in the educational system enhance the quality of teaching and learning process depending on the utilization of teachers and students in the classroom. Yet, teachers need further exposure to different ICT tools that can be used to broaden the ICT usage in teaching learning process. Due to the challenges of ICT encountered by Cagbacong and Arimbay High School, the optimization of ICT integration is not being maximized. ICT features are not properly implemented due to the limited access and insufficient training on the different tools necessary to have full integration of ICT in the curriculum. The action plan created can contribute to the enhancement of school facilities, school internet connection, and electric power supply, and ICT training for teachers. The following are the recommendations taken from the students, teachers, principals, and public schools district supervisors and were considered during the conduct of the study as the recommendation given by the researcher. The recommendations are to further utilize the benefits of ICT in the teaching learning process. ICT training both for student and teachers should be implemented so that more differentiated ICT activities will be developed. Sufficient time for the teachers to prepare for instructional materials or should be done during INSA trainings. Teachers should have a proper coordination with the ICT coordinator for the schedule of ICT equipment. Offering ICT specialization in grade 9 and 10 in Cagbacong High School is deemed very significant too. Scout other internet providers and additional funds should be allotted for the improvement of internet connections. Coordinate with different stakeholders that can help to address the unstable power supply of both school and donate a transformer for Cagbacong High School. Further studies on other parameters of ICT integration may be conducted for big schools and mega schools.